These are the top 10 movies of 2023 so far. I've seen around 40 or so new releases this year, and there has been some really good stuff. And I feel like I have a pretty good grasp of what's been good and bad this year, so use this as a recommendation of what you should watch in your spare time. Honorable mentions to Knock at the Cabin. If you like M. Night Shyamalan, you're going to have a fun time with this one. And Suzume, which is a good tale on grief and the 311 disaster, showcasing this absolute visual spectacle. It's amazing to look at. Kicking off the top 10, we have Evil Dead Rise. It's disgusting, it's gory, it's vile, it's bloody, and I wouldn't have it any other way because I love her the way she is. If you like Evil Dead, it doesn't quite have that Sam Raimi charm because no one else can capture that. It's Sam Raimi. But Alyssa Sutherland and Lily Sullivan act their asses off, and Mommy is definitely with the maggots. At 9, we have one of the biggest surprises for me, Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. I've never even played the game once in my life, but this turned out to be one of the most fun adventure fantasy movies I've seen in a while. I like the world building, the ensemble cast is extremely fun, and shockingly enough, I'm kind of excited for this future franchise they're building. At 8, I have The Flash, and I know, this is one of the most polarizing movies of all time. The CGI may be absolute doo-doo dumpster fire at points, but the story is very heartfelt, and they did Flashpoint justice. They Who Shall Not Be Named actually gives a really emotional performance, and I found this to be one of the best DCU movies, but I know some people absolutely hate it. At 7, I have Scream 6. If you love and adore the Scream franchise just as much as I do, and you like horror movies, you're going to love this one. There's some really good Ghostface kills, some good tension, and I didn't think it was possible to have a Scream movie without Sidney, but the new Core 4, they are the real deal. At 6, I have the directorial debut of Michael B. Jordan, Creed 3. This ticked nearly every box for me as far as a good sports movie, the emotion, the story, the action sequences, which were really inspired by anime. And I'm not gonna hold you, this movie got me back in the gym and I might have to start boxing soon. Kicking off the top 5, I have Air. A very simple by-the-numbers biopic, but Ben Affleck's direction is phenomenal. If you like basketball, Nike, or even want to just go back to the 80s, this is your film. But don't forget, LeBron's better. At 4, I have a film that's going to emotionally wreck you, Past Lives. This is one of those right person, wrong time movies, and this trope will never get old because these films that they make are just so goddamn good. Amazing performances, immense dialogue, and go support this movie. It deserves people in those theater seats. At 3, I have John Wick Chapter 4, and this movie is revolutionary in so many ways to the action genre. These films are some of my favorite ever, and this movie just added to the legacy. I get these types of films aren't for everyone, but when I'm sitting back and watching John Wick take out people with nunchucks, I am just in awe and smiling ear to ear. These films continue to advance the action genre tenfold. I will never stop loving them. At 2, I have one of the greatest third films in any trilogy ever, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. A heartfelt, fantastic conclusion to the Guardians characters. It is everything I wanted and more, and Rocket Raccoon is easily one of the best MCU characters of all time now. But at number 1, by no surprise, I've seen this movie 3 times. I'm going to see it 3 more times, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. It is probably the greatest looking animated movie of all time. It has such a compelling story with compelling characters that you absolutely love. It leaves on a great cliffhanger. There's some cool cameos, and I generally think this is one of the greatest movies of all time.